Hey guys, it's Alom, and today I'm actually going to be showing you guys some more interesting discoveries I made regarding the 64-bit Farlands. I guess you could consider this part 2 of the video I made a while back entitled Minecraft Exploring the Farlands, which was my previous video on the 64-bit Farlands. And I suggest you go check that out. Anyway, guys, what you're seeing now is what the Farlands look like within the corner stripelands. Pretty trippy. Notice the lava and the rails down there are very stretched out. Anyway, if we turn the stripelands fix on, there, you're gonna see that the terrain looks sort of repetitive, but not all too much. This is actually a pretty large stone basin that's stretched out. I actually discovered that in the Biome fill Farlands in more recent versions, gravel will actually generate instead of stone in these stripes. Anyway, it seems like the repeating artifacts are every chunk exactly. And never mind, the terrain is actually just as repetitive as near the corner. So yeah. So let's now head to 53 quadrillion, 95 trillion, 378 billion, 89 million, 403,512, 150, 53 quadrillion, 905 trillion, 378 billion, 89 million, 402,512. And this is going to put me right at the corner that I showed in the previous video on the 64-bit Farlands. So, I discovered that there are actually striking similarities between the Corner Farlands here and the regular Corner Farlands in Beta 1.7.3 of the same seed. Like over there is actually a basin very similar to the one that I showed in my Exploring the Farlands video in the Corner Farlands. Alright. So, I also heard that the Shard Farlands might be out there somewhere in vanilla. Yeah, we don't really see that here. We just see normal terrain right up to 53 quadrillion, 905 trillion, 378 billion, 859 million, 402,512, and then the Farlands. And in fact, I checked the other quadrants, which I also visited in the regular Farlands on the same seed, and they all spawn pretty much at the same type of terrain at the top. But what's really interesting is this. You may notice that in the positive axes, the Farlands start at 53, and this mod start at 53 quadrillion, 905 trillion, 378 billion, 859 million, 432,512. Yet if we try teleporting to this number in the negative direction, 150, this will actually put us in the middle of the Corner Farlands, not at the beginning. And it's actually a floating layer above another completely separate layer, just like in the both negative quadrant in the same seed in the regular Farlands. But instead, we actually have to teleport to negative 53 quadrillion, 905 trillion, 378 billion, 846 million, 939,744, 150, negative 50 quadrillion, 905 trillion, 378 billion, 859 million, 846 million, 939,744. So this will put us right at the beginning of the negative Corner Farlands. So in the positive coordinate, the coordinate of the beginning of the Farlands is actually offset from their predicted. Oh, yeah, there's a village over there, living in the corner. Anyway, there's that. Anyway, in the positive direction, the Farlands actually start in this mod exactly 12,452,767 blocks later than their predicted position. However, in the negative axes, there is no offset. And I actually heard of one GitHub user who managed to get the 64-bit Farlands to appear at spawn in a newer version of the game where the magic constant 684.4 and 2 is actually stored as a float as opposed to a double. And it had the same offset from the predicted position even based on that value, with 12,452,767 blocks. Now note that is exactly, or almost exactly, actually, 2 to the 24th times 127 low and high noise units. There's a flowing water block right there. Pretty weird. And yeah. So if I teleport a little bit away from the here, 61, 96, 50, 905, 378, 85, 846,939,704, 100, negative 53, 905, 846, 99704. There. You're actually going to see that the terrain is repetitive over here, just like in the positive directions. And wow. And wow. It's the largest wall of dirt I've ever seen. I also found that the Farlands in this mod start at almost exactly the coordinate that I put in the last video near the end. But I went just a little bit too far in the last video, apparently. So instead, let's you put in 50 quadrillion, 95 trillion, 370 billion, 89 million, 432,512, 150, 4 quintillion, 312 quadrillion, 430 trillion, 308 billion, 754 million, 600,000, 448. And when this loads in, you're actually going to see the Farlands in this direction. In this direction, you're going to see still the regular Farlands. But in the other direction, you're going to see the Farlands. And there is actually a mushroom biome over there. Wow, that was quite a lag spike. There is actually a mushroom biome over here. And you can see I actually managed to make out a huge mushroom. Alright, so you can see over there, once again, to the right is the regular edge Farlands, and to the left is the Farlands in the Corner Farlands. Oh, and by the way, let's check if the same repetitive artifacts that generate within the edge Farlands and in the positive directions also generate in the negative directions. 974, but 10 times the distance, so let's go 10 times the distance. So it seems that the repetitive artifacts generate in the negative directions as well. And they repeat every chunk, and I really don't know what causes it. It's actually not selector noise losing precision like I originally thought. And again, notice how I can punch the blocks over here, but I can't punch the blocks off in this direction. That's actually because of positioning errors. And here we actually see the beginning of the chunk rendering problems. And you see it just went through the world. Yeah, and there it just went through the world. Never to come back. Anyway. So yeah. Wow, I got pushed away from the block, that's weird. So I'm almost certain that the offset in the positive directions only is caused by the way they fixed the original Farland. And I'm assuming that's still in here with this mod. But anyway, let's now head back to spawn and do the outro to this video. So yeah, guys, that's about all I've got for today. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell and then click all for all notifications. And goodbye.